Hi there, this is Julie, and this is Julie's blog. And I want to make this a short blog today because it's late and I'm kind of tired. And I had a really long one last week, and I don't feel like making a long one now. And this blog was going to be about how awesome my boyfriend is and how I just finished this book and how I loved it and it was really funny and I've been reading it to my little sister. And I was also going to read you like passages from it. And I'm probably not going to. I would recommend it. It's very good. Sometimes she says things in there where I'm like, that is very British. So I really have no idea what you're saying. And I've lived in England for about 6 months, and I'm still just like, nope, no idea. But she does have this one part where she talks about where women will imagine relationships in their heads, and she says that sometimes she tries to rationalize this to herself by saying that women are just they're having a test run, and I forget what her ultimate decision is about it. But she says that like when you're dating, you start like it's like women have this belief that yes, a man loves them and wants to spend time with them, but they will show it in such tiny, minute ways that we must crack codes to decipher them. And ladies, you know what I'm talking about. He sent this email. Does this seem kind of inconclusive? Non-committal? Yeah, it seems kind of non-committal. But wait, he sent it at 4 p.m. Yeah. Well, he'd still be at work then. So maybe he was afraid someone would look over his shoulder. Uh, he changed his Facebook playlist to add this song. We were talking about that song last night. It's a message for me. It's funny. Then she has this line where it's like when a woman finds the right man, she doesn't really talk about him. She just disappears for like 6 months. Reappears later, glassy eyed, shiny eyed, and usually about 6 pounds heavier. And you're like, oh, what was he like? Good. And that's kind of like, oh, I know that feeling. If I could just vanish off the face of the earth, I probably would. With, with my man. But no, what I am going to talk about for maybe 2 minutes, because that would make this a nice solid 5 minutes, would be that I got fired today. I was let go, and the main reasoning for it was that I don't work fast enough. So when I first started working, they were like, probably because of your laid back personality, you really only have one speed, so you're gonna have to speed it up or you're going to get your ass kicked. Because the owner has a British accent. And then today, the manager lady is like, hey, can I talk to you? Like, when the dinner people come in? Like, to take your place? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, should I clock out and everything? And I hop over. I'm like, hey. And they were like, and she was like, well, that thing we said to you when you first started working? Yeah, we haven't seen any improvements. We're letting it go. I was like, and later I'm thinking about it. It's like, it's sad. I mean, it's sad for a lot of reasons. Like, I like the people, and there wasn't any warning, and suddenly I'm just let go. And it was kind of like my employer was saying, yeah, all that improvement that you thought you were having, yeah, it wasn't significant enough for us, and we really didn't see it, and you're still not making us enough money, so you can just leave. Have a good day. And I left. And I was just like, I was just fired. And there were some people, like, I love the people, I'm gonna miss the people. Most of the people. I'm not sure, like, I'm not really sure if the job was for me. It was a bit too hustle and bustle. Probably would like a job with a bit more intellectual stimulation and a bit less run around. But I'm gonna miss the people, and I didn't say goodbye to all the people because I'm pretty sure that if I then stood up from my chair and then walked over into the restaurant and went, I just got fired. Goodbye, guys. Like I would have started crying. Like when I was saying goodbye. Oh shoot, it's already 5 minutes. When I was saying goodbye, I was saying goodbye to my boyfriend like I do normally when I leave because I'm gonna see them all again, so I wasn't too worried. But I was like, I just got fired, and he was like, what? I'm sorry, babe. And I was like, I wasn't crying until you started talking to me. Then I got better. And I went bike riding. I got tricked into going on a 2.5 hour bike ride the other day because my bike guy was like, I have a route for you because he also has a slightly English accent, except his sounds a bit more like a Hollywood producer. Yeah, it's by a river. You'll love it. And I kind of knew the road, so I'm taking the road, and I'm like, this road goes on forever. Where is this bridge that goes over the river so I can go home? And it just kept going. I'm looking at the river, and I'm looking up the river, and I'm like, I don't see a bridge. Where the hell is this bridge? I'm still going. There's a hill. And I finally get to this bridge, and I'm like, oh, geez, finally the bridge. Crossing this town, I'm like, oh, I'm in Thetford. Where's Thetford? And I see a sign, and it's like, the town next to the one you live in, that's 10 miles away. And I was like, I'm 10 miles away from home to bike 10 miles to go. And also, my family had not yet returned from vacation. Like, they were closer than they were when they were actually on vacation, but they're still several hours away. There's a part of me that's like, I don't want to wait several hours for them to get home so I can then ask them to pick me up. Like, thank goodness I had my cell phone. But I was just like, I have to bike 10 miles to be close to home. And then bike guy was told me I had to bike again today. And the funny thing is, like, my legs aren't really sore. Like, they could not go up hills. They were like, no, I don't have any strength left in us. But what was most sore was my butt. Like, from where the seat saddle like hits my butt. So like I have sore butt bones. So when I pulled out the bike today and I sat down, I was like, ugh, my butt hurts. And not in the I'm gonna have a nicely toned ass, but more in a I'm gonna have like blisters inside my butt. Nice. Ugh. Probably won't have blisters inside my butt, but I know it is possible if I biked as much as this bike guy. So gotta be careful. Camera's not fixed yet. I'm gonna bring it to Best Buy tomorrow to see if they can fix it. If not, maybe I'll ask for a new one for my birthday, or I'll just steal Dad's because he's not gonna use it. I might go get my job back at Applebee's because I'm technically still working there. And strangely enough, when I'm leaving my job, I'm talking to my boyfriend, and my boyfriend had to leave, and I was talking to this girl that does the desserts, and we're now like officially friends now. And then one of my old coworkers from my last job walked by, and I was like, Alina, I got fired. I'll have to come work with you. And she was like, please, you don't have any fun people. They fired the last fun person, probably because he was a male, because men do not work at that place. It's just funny. And I'm going to go to Boston eventually, so I'm supposed to be looking up things I can be doing in Boston so I can then write to my brother and tell him what days I want to visit him. And I told him I'd do that tonight just because, it'd be really simple. I'm doing this instead, so appreciate it. I want to go do that now if I don't just fall asleep. It's not like Nick needs the dates tonight anyway. But I have to do it soon because I told him I would. So I have to get like a full day of actually researching. I told you I'll text him. I'll go, Nick, there's more researching on jobs I want to do. I'll text you tomorrow. Oh, and I have this big plan of something I'm going to do that I'll tell you when I actually have something to show you. It's going to draw. It's going to draw. It's going to involve drawing and writing and cute stories and stuff. Like a princess with a pet dragon who has to defend the dragon from bullies that keep trying to save her from the dragon because they don't understand. And in the end, she's gonna defeat the bully, and then they're all gonna go play soccer. Something really random like that. It's gonna be great, great. Yeah, I'm gonna edit this and then just save it. This is definitely not gonna be up until Tuesday because it's almost Tuesday now. Like it will be in 20 minutes. Okay, lady, I love you. Bye bye.